In this video, we're going to show you how to solve systems of equations with elimination. And elimination, all it means is you're going to get rid of one of the letters so that you can solve it. But on this paper that you're going to have, you guys, I'm going to cross off some. You don't have to do the ones that I'm crossing off because they end up being a fraction answer, which is fine, but we're just not going to do it right now. So 1, 2, 3, and number 6 also. So I'm going to show you how to do number 2, 4, 5, and 8, and they're the only ones on this paper that you have to do. Okay, so for number 2, I wrote the question down, and when I first look at this, I want to get rid of the Q's, but they both have a positive in front of them. So if I multiply the whole equation by -1 on the bottom, then watch what happens. This is going to turn positive, this is going to turn negative, and this is going to turn positive. So now I can rewrite this, watch. 3p plus 4q is -3. Then I'm going to copy this bottom one, and it's going to be positive 1p minus 4q equals positive 15. Now watch what I can do. I can cross off the q's, because 4q take away 4q is 0. Now 3p plus 1p is 4p. So 4p equals 15 take away 3. 15 take away 3 is 12. And now I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. And p is going to equal 3. Now guys, if I went too fast, I want you to just rewind the video. So now I know that p equals 3. But now we have to find out, what does q equal? Okay, now we know that p equals 3. So the next thing is we have to find out what q equals. So I'm going to go, I'll just use one of these. I'm going to plug my numbers into this. So I'm going to go 3 times p, which is 3, plus 4q equals -3. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4q equals -3. Now I'm going to say minus 9 on both sides of the equation, and 4q equals -12, and I'll divide by 4 to find out what q is, and q is going to equal -3. Q is going to equal -3. So now I'm going to go back to my board, and my answer is going to be, sorry, kids, sorry. P is 3, okay. So P is 3, and Q is -3, and that's how we show it, okay? Our next problem, this is problem number 4, because you're skipping number 3, says u plus v is 11, and then -u plus v is 9. Well, this makes it easy, because the u's will just cancel out, because positive u, negative u cancel right out. All right, now I have 1v plus 1v, so I have 2 v's equals 11 plus 9, which is 20. Divide by 2 on both sides. And v is going to equal 10. All right, now I'm going to write v equals 10. And now I have to solve for u. So I'm going to just plug in. Here, let me erase this. So instead of saying v, I'm going to say 10. So I'm going to say u plus 10 equals 11. And I'll just subtract 10 on both sides. And u is going to equal 1. So u is going to equal 1. So I go back and I just plug in the numbers. U is 1 and v is 10. U is 1 and v is 10. All right, this is number 5. So when I first look at it, I want to get rid of the s's, because they both have an 8 in front of them. but one of them has to be negative, excuse me. One has to be negative, one has to be positive. So I'm going to change all of these bottom ones, the entire row. Guys, it's not just the first, it's just not the S. You have to put a negative all the way across the entire row. So it's going to be negative 4R, negative 8S equals, negative times negative is positive 4. All right, now, so now this kind of goes away, and I'm going to put this bottom one here, 5R plus 8S equals 3. So now watch, I can just cancel this out, and 5 take away 4 is 1, so 1R equals 7. So I'm going to write this here, R equals 7. And now I'll just go back into the equation. Let me erase this a little bit. I'm going to go back into the equation and solve for S. So now I have 5R, but R is already 7, so I'm going to put a 7 there, plus 8S equals 3. So 5 times 7 is 35, plus 8S is 3. I'm going to go minus 35 on both sides, minus 35. That goes away, so 8S is going to equal, you can do it on the calculator, but it's negative 32 divided by 8, and S is going to equal negative 4. Now take your time, push stop, so S equals negative 4. So it's S is negative 4 and R is 7. S is negative 4, R is 7. All right, the last one is number 8, and I can see that I'd like to take away the S's because they both have 3. But one of them I have to turn negative so that I can go 3, take away 3. So how about if we switch all the ones on the bottom and make them all negative? So it's going to be negative here, but here it's going to be positive, and here it's going to be positive. Do you see? You have to change them all. Okay, now that cancels out. Now I have 7t plus 4t is 11t equals, and when I add these numbers together, I get 66. But you guys, you're going to do it on the calculator. It's just that I'm showing you how to do it. Divide by 11, and t is going to equal 6. Let's write that down. T equals 6. All right, let's erase just this much. Now we'll put back, and we'll go 3s. I'll just use the top one now. It doesn't matter. I'll do this top one. 3s plus 7 times t, which is 6, equals 18. Okay, 3s plus, this is going to be 42, equals 18. And I'm going to go minus 42 on both sides. And that's going to equal 3s. That goes away. 3s is going to equal negative 24. I divide by 3, and S is going to equal negative 8. So S equals negative 8. So when I go back, I'm going to say that T equals 6 and S equals negative 8. Now, I'm going to be giving you kids a paper that looks just like this, and the ones I cross off, you don't do because they end up with fractions. If you want to do them, you can, but we're not going to test you with questions that end up with equations. I mean, with fractions. Sorry about that. Okay, thanks.